Alright, just gonna harvest a bit of dinner from the vertical towers. There's nettle tips here. You want to make sure to be harvesting your nettles early and often so that they don't go to seed too quick. The longer they haven't gone to seed, the longer you get to enjoy their greens. We will take a couple of plantago leaves. Beautiful. Well, look at this kale plant. Acting like a broccoli plant now. If yeah. So if you have a kale plant this time of year, you want to be harvesting it also as frequently as possible so that you can extend its the harvest for yourself. And it'll just keep flowering. Good for your dogs as well. And we do share. Demo. Sometimes you miss one and it goes to flower like that. It's not so bad. Just adds a bit more floral diversity to your garden. The pods, once it goes to seed, beautifully mustardy, sharp taste if you eat them fresh. And then you could also dry them and that's quite lovely as well. So I'm also coming around giving it a wee prune as I do this, just to knock back some of the aging leaves, and that just helps keep the system vital. And notice where I put it. I put it in the tower of the barrel. So normally in nature, when leaves die back, they drop down to the ground and they build a soil beneath them. But because of the nature of this vertical system, it needs a bit of a helping hand for it to do that sort of soil building, that bootstrapping, if you will. Beautiful. It's a little Swiss chard floret. Try and harvest the Swiss chard florets frequently as well when they're still tender. Yeah, it's still tender. And we've got some red vein sorrel here that looks like it's keen to flower, so I'm just cutting it back to again extend its growing season. You want to be harvesting from your tower a lot. The more you take from it, the more it will give you, really, to a large extent. You don't want to rip things out, but when you're cutting things back, you're grazing them lightly, then that continual grazing interaction encourages more leafing, more productivity. Oh, look at these Swiss chard florets. Oh, and a little spider there. So, we're terrified of spiders generally, but this is where spiders belong. So we pretend not to be scared of them here, and we just let them do their thing. Lovely. A mint poking through here. A little bit over there. And a little bit of mint to our meal. That'd be nice. Beautiful sage coming through. I'll take a sprig of that, thanks. Maybe two. Yeah, I'll come back to that and propagate it. I'll put it in soil, root it, and we'll have it for more towers to come. Yeah, so these, we'll just let them go to flower, and eventually we'll get some other stuff in there. A little bit more nettle. So, go with it. Doing it with the scissors because these are recently established, and so I don't want to be tugging on them too hard and accidentally pull them out. But once they've been here for a few months even, then I'll likely be a little bit more rough-handed, one can say. Man, look at all these nettles. So again, with the nettles, harvest them off, so harvest them early, and they'll keep providing you with amazing proteins and omega acids throughout the growing season. Man, look at these nettles. Yeah, just make sure to keep harvesting your nettles. They'll keep giving you on their leafy goodness all season long. Once they hit flower, stop eating them. Let them go to seed. Once they go to seed, don't eat the greens, eat the seeds. What's that? Man, look at these leaves. Oh my goodness, those are enormous. Look at that. That's great. Okay, maybe we'll take one. I think this is Australian tree cabbage. Or southern kelp. I forget, and I haven't labeled anything. So, the idea is to build a diverse system. I've done that. Next time, I think I'll do a bit more in terms of keeping track of what's what. I mean, I know this is red vein sorrel. Nothing looks like that. But I can't tell all 5 varieties of my kale apart. That's good though. Nothing? Right, what's that? This is broccoli, I think. And there's a pea winding its way around to right here. Look at that. Take a bit of this pea tip there, give it a little bit more root to top ratio. So because these were all at the bottom of the tower in my garden, ooh, one more nettle. Yeah, in my garden we've got dogs, they pee, part of nature, so the stuff from the base we wash really, really well and then cook. Still great source of food, and it's only our dogs feed. Now from the tops, you eat that straight without having to wash it or cook it. If you harvest these when they're still quite tender, the stems are just so delicious. If it's a bit woody when you get to it, don't be discouraged. Just try and harvest it a bit earlier next time. Look at all of these florets. So much food. I'm doing this multiple times a week. So good. You want a nibble? Right, well, that's a lot of food for this evening. A bit more these sorrels before they go to flower. With the red sorrel, you want to experiment around with how long you cook it for. Cook it for a short amount of time until it goes bright green. Don't cook it too long, but do cook it. It'll taste better. It has a really lovely, gentle tartness if you get the timing right.